It is finally time to talk about the Dappervolk Alpha. I got my access so I can speak to it, and am so impressed by the quality of this gameplay. Dappervolk is a browser-based virtual pet game. It's like Neopets. I would call it Neopets meets Animal Crossing. It's a little browser-based, cute aesthetic. It's immersive, and it has a nice interface, and it has really strong RPG elements. The alpha started March 15th at midnight. However, I work a 9 to 5-ish kind of job, which means I can't really start a game at midnight. I activated my account on Thursday, March 16th. That means I was a little late. My account number is 3 digits. It's 119. If I would have been on my game, I totally could have gotten a double digit, but I waited, so we're in the triple digits. No big deal. I don't really care about that kind of thing, so it doesn't faze me, but just so y'all know, we're already up in the triple digits. I was invited to join this explicitly because I'm a blogger. I don't want to hide that. I don't want to pretend that it's not true, because that would be being very dishonest to y'all. I made a video submission to the Dappervolk Alpha entry contest. They liked it so much they reached out to me and they offered me access. However, they did ask me to not post any spoilers. They didn't really state what the spoilers were, so I'm going to be gentle and tiptoe around any type of plot points, and this conversation is going to be more generic about gameplay. As for my first impressions of this game, my only comment is, holy heck, this is an alpha? I always have very low expectations going in, and this game is so beautiful and flawless. I logged in, all of the buttons are working, there's copy on all of the pages that are live, there's no broken links. It's very impressive. My feeling is that we're in this alpha to test the economy, to see what the flow of questing is like, to see if the user interface is going to hold up, and to just give quality of life feedback. The engineering is sound. It looks good, it feels good. Of course, there's always ways you could improve any game, but this game looks great, and I think that everyone at home should be very excited about this game. Let's talk about the gameplay so far. At the top of the screen, when you're navigating, you're going to see that there's like a banner across the top, and usually this gives me like a knee-jerk, no, why are you doing that? But they actually use their banner. You know how like on Tattered Weave, you can't collapse that? Well, on Dappervolk, you can't collapse it because it's part of the game. It's integrated. When you're browsing around the site and you encounter NPCs, this is where your interactions will be. If they have something to say to you, you could respond back and choose from a drop-down list. And part of that interaction with the NPC is there is questing in this game, and part of that questing is involved with mini games. There are too many games active in the site. I have a major beef with Turnip Thief. So this game is so hard and there's little reward to it. I thought this for the first 2 days that I was playing. I was like ripping my hair out, talking it through with my boyfriend, like, oh my gosh. And I thought I was alone with this. And then I go to the forums and everyone else is saying it's way too hard. Today I log in, I go to start making this video, and I was like, okay, I have to do my due diligence. I have to give it another chance. I tried again, and I am suddenly rolling in the turnips. I am so excited that this game was fixed and made better. The problem is that the reward cap, the reward ceiling to get the reward, was just too dang high. And the fact that they fixed it is such a good sign. So this is what, day 4 of the alpha, and they're already responding to feedback? Part of an alpha is being receptive to that feedback and understanding when it's complaining and when it's a broken game. Responding to that feedback is a great sign, and now this game is playable. I was so frustrated that I was making no progress, and now I'm making progress. That is huge to me. I enjoy it. I love it. I'm not a huge fan of this game itself, but the fact that they fixed it makes things a lot better, and now I don't have to spend hours playing it. There's another game called Three's Forest Cleanup. This is a great game. Let me just state that I am not a fan of minigames. Neopets Flash games, I can go months without playing a single Flash game on Neopets. I do not get any enjoyment out of them. I think it's just motor skills, and I want to be doing more strategy, long-term things on my games. So mini games to complete quests do not float my boat. This is one of my big problems with Tattered Weave, just so much reliance on the mini games. It gives me zero buoyancy for my boat, okay? Does not float it. But this game, Three's Forced Cleanup, is actually a really good game. I thought that I've seen like all iterations of Flash games and that there's nothing new out there, but I want to play this game. Like, just been playing it. There's not enough reward to justify how much I've been playing it, but I love this game. It is so good. I want to have it on my phone. I want to play it all the time. I think about it when I'm not playing it. This is a great game, and I hope it's brought into the quest line later to justify me playing it. And along that same line of talking about how there's not enough reward for the games, I want to talk in the broader sense of rewards in the game, the larger game of Dappervolk. This game is in alpha, so stuff like this is getting worked out, and this is the kind of feedback that I think it's important to give. And this is actually a common problem among many of the games that I play, and I'm going to be talking about a game reward system in the larger game. I'm going to be directly referencing a paper by Wang, Chuen-Tsai Sun, and it's called Game Reward Systems, Gaming Experiences, and Social Meanings. I totally recommend that you read it. I'm not going to link directly to the paper, but you can find all of the bibliographical information in the video description. So here's a direct quote: "Reward mechanisms provide sense of fun by fostering intrinsically rewarding experiences and are equally or more important than the extrinsic rewards that are distributed." So in this statement, intrinsic rewards are the enjoyment of playing, and extrinsic rewards are the actual rewards given. I think it's kind of lazy when a game's enjoyment is supposed to be just the enjoyment of playing the game. Modern games are competing directly against other type of games, including mobile games. Think about Candy Crush or even Tuber Simulator. There's a reason why these games usually have easy peasy quests that a user can complete in the first gaming session or in a short period of time. To hook a player, the game should introduce the player to what success looks like in the game. Mobile phone games are addictive, and this is because of the positive feedback loop. You beat a level and the bright colors and words tell you that you're special appear, making your brain pump out endorphins. World of Warcraft has this down to a science. In the beginning, you level up quickly and learn the benefits of leveling up. Then it becomes a grind, but the rewards are greater. If you're going to compete for share of game time, which is what I argue these games are doing, you're not competing for a player's entire game time, you're competing for a share of it, because in the browser game space, you're likely going to have multiple games open in multiple tabs. So you're competing for share of game time, not for a full gamer. You need some endorphin pumping reward system. Passive reward systems like achievements fill in the gaps between storyline rewards and can motivate players to participate in side tasks. So basically what I'm saying here is that you need to get players hooked on playing your game by teaching them what a reward looks like and feels like in your game. And this should happen in the first gaming session. You need to find out, as the game developer, how long your game sessions need to be. How long will a player be playing your game each time? Is it an hour? Is it a half an hour? Is it 15 minutes? Is it 30 seconds? Some of these games that live in our pockets, they only expect us to be playing for bursts of 5 minutes. So the game reward feedback system needs to be less than 5 minutes long, so every time we play, we get a reward. Of course, you need to balance it according to the difficulty and the progression in your game. When a player is new, you need to hook them right away, or else they're not going to get into your game. What is the amount of time a player needs to play in order to get hooked into your game? How can you reduce that and remain competitive with other games in your space? This is a general feedback to the entire gaming community, virtual pet games, but specifically Dappervolk, since you invited me to this alpha, I'm just going to drive it home to you. Please ask yourself, how can we give endorphins to our players? What can we do that makes them say, I need to play Dappervolk tonight because I need to progress my gameplay, because I feel good when I progress my gameplay, because the game goes out of its way to make me feel good. For me, one of the biggest hooks of this game, the draw, is the aesthetic. This illustration style has muted tones in the illustrations, have a painterly vibe, very soft brushes used, natural shading, the colors are beautiful, and the avatars are cute as heck, and I can't wait to dress up my avatar more. I love the pets. The NPCs have really great wardrobes and define characters based on their image. I think the aesthetic of this game is super consistent and just fabulous through and through. In addition to me being part of this alpha, not because I'm being paid to make videos, but because it's just a fair exchange that I do work in this subject and they invited me here, I'm going to supplement that with the fact that I actually bought the USD support bundle, and this is a support package that's only open to alpha users. It's $20 and you get some site items. I don't think that many of them are super rare or expiring. I think the pet is expiring after this bundle's release. And so this bundle is to support site development costs leading up to the Kickstarter. I'm also going to Kickstarter back this game because I believe very strongly in everything that I'm seeing here. If I could invest in this company, I would, because this game looks solid. That's my recommendation. That's how I feel about this game. Lots of positive feelings going on over here. For now, this is as much as I can say about the game. I don't really want to give away any plot points. I've been asked to not post any spoilers. There's a lot of stuff that's been released on their blog that I recommend checking out, dappervolk.tumblr.com. I will update you guys as I progress in this game, or if there's anything that breaks the game, I'll let you know. I'm going to be totally transparent. Even though I'm really sold on this game so far, it's only been 4 days and a lot can happen. If anything hits the fan with the dev team, I'm going to be transparent about it with you guys because nobody owns me and I say what I want to say. And right now I say that this game is great and I'm looking forward to playing it more and sharing it more with all of you. Thanks for watching.